Hello, my amazing students. Welcome back to English Mastery Hub, the place where learning English becomes fun, simple, and part of your daily life. I'm Liam Carter, and today we will learn something very important. How to turn English into a habit, not a task. Many learners think learning English means long study hours and hard lessons, but the truth is, it doesn't have to be that way. You can learn English naturally, every day, without stress. Fluent speakers don't see English as a job they must finish. They see it as something they enjoy, something that fits into their life easily. When English becomes your habit, you don't need to push yourself. You'll start listening, speaking, reading, and thinking in English, without even trying. Today, I'll help you make English a natural part of your life, something that grows with you every single day. So, what does it mean to turn English into a habit? It means you stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect book, or the perfect plan to start learning. You don't wait to feel ready or feel motivated. You simply make English a small, easy, and natural part of your daily life. You do it automatically, without pressure, just like you brush your teeth or check your phone every day. When English becomes a habit, you don't have to think, "Should I study today?" or "Do I have time?" You just do it, even for a few minutes, because it's already part of who you are. Fluent speakers don't study only when they feel motivated. They practice a little every day. They listen, speak, read, or write. Not because they must, but because it feels natural. Let's think of an example. Imagine you drink water every day. You don't say, "I'll drink water only when I feel inspired." You drink it because your body needs it. In the same way, your mind needs daily English practice to grow. You can read one English quote every morning, think about your day in English, or watch a short English video before bed. These small steps may look simple, but when done every day, they create powerful progress. Fluency doesn't come from one big effort. It comes from many small daily actions. So stop thinking of English as a big task you need to finish. Start seeing it as something that lives with you every day, something natural, easy, and enjoyable. That is how English becomes a habit, not a task. Here's something very important to understand. Motivation is not always there, but habits stay with you. When you depend on motivation, you might feel excited today but tired tomorrow. Some days you feel like studying English, but on other days, you don't. That's normal, because motivation is like the weather. It changes all the time. But habits are different. Once you build a habit, you don't need to think about it. You just do it naturally. Think about it. You don't need motivation to brush your teeth, take a shower, or check your phone. You just do these things every day because they are part of your routine. Now imagine if English was like that too. You don't need to push yourself. You simply make it part of your life. You listen to a short English video while eating breakfast, read one page before bed, or say a few sentences to yourself during the day. Even if it's only 10 minutes a day, that small daily action builds something powerful. When you study with motivation, you make progress sometimes. But when you build habits, you grow all the time, even on days you feel lazy or busy. Habits are stronger than feelings. They guide you when you don't feel like learning. They keep you moving forward quietly, step by step. So, don't wait for motivation to come. Build small habits that stay. Because when English becomes a habit, your progress never stops. And every single day brings you closer to fluency. Many learners believe they need to study for hours every day to become fluent in English. But that is not true. The real power is in small daily steps. You don't need to spend a lot of time. What matters most is that you do something every single day, even if it's small. 10 minutes a day can change your English much more than 3 hours once a week. Think about it like this. When you water a plant, you don't pour a big bucket of water once a week and then forget it. The plant would dry out. Instead, you give it a little water every day, and it stays alive and grows strong. Your English is like that plant. If you practice a little every day, reading, listening, or speaking, your skills stay alive and grow naturally. Daily practice keeps your brain connected to English. When you listen or read often, English becomes familiar. You start to think faster, understand more, and feel comfortable using it. But if you take long breaks, your brain starts to forget, and it feels difficult again. That's why small daily actions are so powerful. You can make it simple. Listen to an English song in the morning, read one short paragraph during lunch, or talk to yourself in English while walking. These small habits add up over time. You might not see results in one day, but after a few weeks, you will notice a big difference. You will start to feel that English is part of your daily life, not just something you study. Fluent speakers didn't learn everything in one big effort. They built their skills step by step, day by day. The secret is consistency, not perfection. So don't worry if you only have a few minutes. What matters is that you use those minutes well. Remember, small steps every day lead to big success. Be patient and kind to yourself. Keep going, even on days you feel busy. Each small effort you make is like a drop of water helping your English grow stronger and more beautiful. Building an English habit is not difficult when you do it step by step. You don't need to change your whole day or make a big plan. You just need to start small and be regular. The key is to make English part of your daily life. Something you do naturally, just like eating, walking, or brushing your teeth. First, choose a fixed time for your English practice, maybe in the morning after you wake up, or in the evening before you go to bed. A fixed time helps your brain remember that it's English time. For example, if you listen to an English podcast every morning while you get ready, your mind will slowly connect that time with learning. After a few days, it will feel automatic. Next, start small. You don't have to study for 1 hour. Just 5 or 10 minutes a day is enough at the beginning. The goal is to make it easy to start, so you don't feel tired or pressured. You can listen to a short video, repeat some sentences, or read one short paragraph. When you make it simple, you are more likely to continue every day. Then, connect your English habit to something you already do. This is a powerful trick. For example, you can listen to English audio while drinking your morning coffee. You can read one English quote while waiting for a bus. You can think in English about your day while walking. By doing this, English becomes part of your normal activities, not something extra. The next step is the most important. Repeat it every day, even when you don't feel like it. Some days you will be busy or tired, but that's okay. You can still do something small. Maybe listen for 2 minutes or read one sentence. The goal is not to be perfect, but to stay connected to English daily. That's what builds the habit. Remember, it's better to do a little every day than a lot once in a while. Big efforts are good, but small and regular efforts are better. They create rhythm and discipline. Over time, your small habits grow stronger, and English becomes a natural part of your life. When you make English a daily habit, you don't need motivation. You don't need to push yourself. You just do it automatically. That's when learning becomes easy and fun. So start small, stay regular, and soon you'll see big progress in your English fluency. If English feels boring or difficult, it's hard to stay consistent. That's why it's so important to make it enjoyable. When you enjoy learning, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like something you want to do, not something you have to do. That's the real secret to making English a daily habit. Start by choosing things you truly like. Don't force yourself to study only from textbooks or grammar notes if they make you sleepy. Instead, watch short English videos that make you laugh or smile. Maybe a funny scene from your favorite show, or a motivational speech that gives you energy. When you enjoy what you're watching, your brain pays more attention, and you remember more naturally. Listening to English songs is another fun way to learn. Pick songs you already love, read the lyrics, and sing along. Music helps your pronunciation, rhythm, and feeling for the language. It also connects your emotions with English, which makes your memory stronger. When you sing, you learn without even realizing it. You can also read stories that inspire you. Maybe stories about people who changed their lives, or short stories about dreams, friendship, or courage. Reading helps you see how real English is used, and stories make it meaningful. Every time you read, you learn new words and expressions in context, in a way that stays in your mind. Speaking is another part you can make enjoyable. Don't just talk about grammar or practice boring topics. Speak about things you care about, your goals, your day, your favorite movies, or even your plans for the weekend. When the topic is interesting, speaking becomes easier. You will want to express yourself, and that natural desire helps you grow faster. Remember, when you enjoy something, your brain connects learning with happiness. It's like when you eat your favorite food. You look forward to it. If English feels like that, you'll want to come back every day. That's how a habit becomes strong, not through pressure or rules, but through genuine pleasure. So ask yourself, how can I make English fun for me? Maybe it's watching a travel vlog, listening to music, reading a short comic, or talking with a friend online. There's no single correct way. The best way is the one that keeps you smiling. When learning is joyful, consistency becomes easy. You no longer need to push yourself. Your curiosity will lead the way. Make English something you love, and it will naturally become a part of your life every single day. You don't need to wait for the perfect time to practice English. You can learn from real life, from the moments that happen around you every day. This is one of the best ways to make English part of who you are. You don't have to sit with a book or take a long lesson. You can use simple moments while cooking, walking, or even getting ready in the morning to practice thinking and speaking in English. For example, when you wake up, try to describe your morning in English. Say to yourself, "I'm getting up now. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm making coffee." These are simple sentences, but they help you think directly in English instead of translating from your language. It may feel strange at first, but with time, it becomes natural. When you're walking somewhere, look around and describe what you see. The sky is blue today. That car is fast. The children are playing in the park. These small thoughts help you build English naturally. You're not studying, you're living the language. You can also practice English when you make small choices. For example, when choosing clothes, think in English. Should I wear this shirt or that one? When buying something, think, do I really need this? Or is this a good price? The goal is to let your brain start using English in your everyday decisions. If you're cooking, talk about what you're doing. Say, I'm cutting the onions. I'm adding salt. Or, the soup smells good. It's simple, but it trains your brain to describe actions in real time, just like a native speaker does. The more you do this, the more natural English feels. You can also talk to yourself about your feelings or plans. For example, I feel happy today because I finished my work early. Or, tomorrow I will study English for 10 minutes before breakfast. These short sentences help you build confidence and express yourself. Remember, every small thought, every small sentence builds your fluency. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be active. Every real-life moment is a chance to practice English, even if it's only for a few seconds. So, instead of waiting for the right time to practice, make your daily life your classroom. English is not only in lessons or books, it's in your kitchen, your room, your thoughts, and your world. Every time you use English in real life, you are training your brain to think faster and speak more naturally. This is how true fluency grows, not by memorizing long lists, but by living with the language every day. Remember, your life is full of English opportunities. Use them, speak them, live them. And one day, you'll realize you're not learning English anymore, you're living it. Everyone has lazy days. There are mornings when you don't feel like studying, evenings when you feel tired, or moments when you think, I'll do it tomorrow. That's completely normal. You are human, and it's okay to rest. But here's something powerful to remember. Even on your lazy days, you can still grow. You don't have to do a lot. You just have to do something small. Maybe you don't have the energy to study a full lesson, but you can still listen to one English song while lying down. You can still read one short sentence. You can still repeat one simple phrase, like, I can do it, or I'm learning every day. These small actions keep your English habit alive. Think about it like this. When you water a plant, you don't have to pour a lot every day. Even a little water keeps it alive. But if you forget to water it for too long, it begins to dry. Your English habit is just like that plant. If you give it a little care each day, it stays strong and healthy. Lazy days are not your enemy. The real problem is when you do nothing for many days. So instead of saying, I'm too tired, say, I'll just do one small thing. It could be watching a short English video, repeating one phrase you like, or reading a few words from your notebook. Even 1 minute of English counts. That 1 minute keeps your brain connected to the language. You are reminding yourself that English is part of your life, not just a task you do sometimes. Sometimes, when you start small, your energy grows. Maybe you listen to a song and then feel like learning a new word. Or you read one sentence and end up reading a paragraph. That's how habits stay strong. One small action leads to another. You can also make lazy days easier by preparing simple options in advance. For example, make a playlist of your favorite English songs or save short videos that make you smile. Then, when you feel lazy, you don't have to think. You just press play. Another idea is to keep a notebook of simple phrases you like. On a lazy day, open it, read a few lines, and repeat them out loud. It takes only a few minutes, but it keeps your mind active. Remember, progress doesn't come from doing everything perfectly. It comes from not giving up. Even when you're tired, do something small to remind yourself. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. This is how strong habits are built. Not by big efforts, but by small actions done even when you don't feel like it. So the next time you have a lazy day, smile and say, "That's okay. I'll just do one small thing today," because that one small thing means you're still moving forward. You're still connected to your goal. Lazy days will come, but if you keep your English alive through small actions, your habit will never die. And when you look back, you'll realize something beautiful. Even your lazy days helped you grow. Let's take a moment to remember what we learned together today. Turning English into a habit means you no longer wait for the perfect time or the perfect mood. You simply do it every day, naturally and easily. Motivation is wonderful, but it doesn't last forever. Habits do. When English becomes part of your daily life, it grows with you, slowly, quietly, but powerfully. You learned that small daily steps are stronger than big efforts once in a while. Even 10 minutes a day can create amazing results over time. You also learned how to make English enjoyable by watching videos you love, listening to your favorite songs, or reading stories that make you happy. When you enjoy what you do, your mind opens, and learning becomes fun, not hard work. We also talked about learning from real-life moments. You don't need to wait for a classroom. Your kitchen, your walk, your thoughts, they can all become your English practice space. Talk to yourself, describe what you see, or think in English about what to do next. Every small thought in English makes you stronger and more confident. And yes, we all have lazy days. That's okay. On those days, just do something small. One song, one line, one phrase. Even that tiny effort keeps your habit alive. It tells your brain, I'm still on the path. Success isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about staying connected and never giving up. So, my friends, your journey to fluency isn't a race. It's a lifestyle. You're not just learning English. You're becoming the kind of person who learns, grows, and improves every day. That's the real secret of fluent speakers. They don't stop. They don't wait. They simply live the language. Every time you read, listen, or speak even a little English, you're building something powerful. The habit of success. It's not about talent or luck. It's about showing up every single day. You are creating a strong, confident version of yourself. One word, one phrase, one small action at a time. So, my amazing learners, remember this. Fluent speakers are not born. They are built through daily habits. Make English part of your world. Speak it when you can. Listen to it whenever possible. Live it in your thoughts, your music, and your dreams. Every small step you take counts more than you imagine. You have the power to make English your daily companion, not just a school subject. You don't just study English. You live it, feel it, and grow with it. This is Logan from English Mastery Hub, reminding you that the key to fluency is not speed, but consistency. Don't stop learning. Don't stop believing. Each day you practice, you're one step closer to your goal. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who wants to grow with you. Let's build this learning journey together.